Hello. Welcome. We've got Jacked Up Art is here, Rain City Games is here, Sandiercy, the Now Baron, Cooper 81, Mondo Fishy, welcome friends. What's up, Lime Raimu? Is anyone joining us for the first time tonight? I see some names that definitely weren't here on Thursday for our set booster box opening. Let's see if I can successfully fade the music down this time. She's a pro. Peter D, good to see. Oh, well, welcome. Yeah, tonight we are opening our first collector booster box. What's up, Unicorns Rule 22? Welcome, I'm Tia. I work at Rain City Games, and I get to open a box of collector boosters for you tonight. So here they are right here. If anyone is, if you're new to the stream, give us a little hello in the chat. Let us know that you're here for the first time. We're going to run some contests tonight, get some cool prizes out to you folks, and of course discover some of the amazing new cards and old cards reprinted that are in Modern Horizons 2. I'm very excited. We had a really good pull on Thursday night when we opened our set booster box. So I'm just really looking forward to seeing what's in here. Bad quality issues. Oh, so is that the Na Baron? Have you heard that specifically being in collector boosters or just in the set in general? Yeah, the art is just beautiful in this set. I love the fetch. Sketch. I love the sketch treatment on some of the cards, as well as the fetch lands are great. I haven't seen any of the collector, but Rain City Games would know. And I didn't see any trouble when I opened the set boosters on Thursday. We also opened a pre-release kit on Tuesday night, just here in my house, and there were no big issues. So, why aren't there fetch? Great question. Oh, I don't know. I haven't experienced it myself, but hopefully we don't see too much of that tonight, although some people are super into it. What did we open on Thursday? We opened 4 Misty Rainforests, I think, or maybe 3, but definitely 5. Oh yeah, so it was 3 Misty Rainforests because we opened 5 oh my gosh, 5 fetch lands. We opened 2 of the new incarnations, the elemental incarnations, Fury and Grief. We opened not Grist, but one of the other new planeswalkers. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff. And by the way, all the singles from that stream are up on our website, which is in the corner there, www.raincity.games. So all the singles that we opened on Thursday night, if you were with us then and saw a card that caught your eye, Svelun was the first mythic that won a prize on Thursday night. But if there were any of those cards that you were looking at and thinking, oh, maybe, they are up for pre-order on the website if no one else has nabbed them yet. And we also have collector booster boxes still up for pre-order, like this one. So maybe after the stream, after you see what we pull tonight, you might want to invest in one of these bad boys yourself, and you can do that on our website for pre-order, or you can drop by the store and just pick up a set booster box, because those have already released. We also have pre-release kits for purchase, and there are still pre-orders available online for collector booster boxes, collector booster packs, draft booster boxes, as well as bundles. And I think that's it. Besides the singles. And all of those things you'll be able to pick up on Friday. So, yeah, tonight should be a good night. Oh, good job. Sandersi's way ahead of the game. Pre-ordered. Did you order the collector booster box or... Well, whatever it is. I hope it's good to you. So tonight we are going to be running 3 contests as we open this beautiful box. So listen closely because we're going to be closing guesses for those contests over the course of the stream. And here are some of the prizes that you might win. So the first prize will be a Rain City Games playmat, like my beautiful playmat here. So you'll win one of these for yourself. You'll win 1 collector booster pack, 1 Strixhaven foil promo pack, 1 Strixhaven regular promo pack, and the Buy a Box promo for the box that we're opening tonight, which is this little guy, the Sanctum Prelate, which I am very excited to track one of these bad boys down for my mono white deck. So we'll see about that. But yes, so the winner of our Mythic Incarnation contest is going to take home those fun prizes. And that contest is, whoops, there we go. That contest is going to be if you can guess, I guess the first Mythic that we pull. So I want everyone in the chat who wants to enter this contest to choose a Mythic from the set. And the sooner I pull it, the better. I expect to pull at least a few. We pulled, I think, 5 or 6, maybe even 7 Mythics on Thursday night in our set booster box in 30 packs. We have way more chances for rares and Mythics in these collector boosters, of which we have 12. So pick a Mythic, and whichever one I pull first that has been named, that viewer will win the aforementioned prize, the playmat collector booster pack, a foil promo pack, a regular promo pack, and the buy box promo for this particular box. And you can put your guesses in the chat. Yeah. And Rain City Games will be keeping track of that for me. Thank you, Andrea. And yeah, so you can win one of these little packs for yourself. Second contest today. Oh, guesses for the Mythic will close, for Mythic Incarnation, guesses will close before I open the box. So that's the first guess you need to get in. Second contest is we're calling Go Fetch. So we want you to guess how many fetch lands we pull in this box. So in our set booster box, with the best set booster can contain 4 rares or mythics, and there are 30 packs in a set booster box. We pulled 5 fetch lands, I believe, on Thursday night. So we have higher chances of pulling more maybe tonight. There's more chances for a rare or mythic in these packs. So guess how many we'll say, and just put in the chat Go Fetch and then the number of fetches that you think we'll pull tonight. If multiple people guess the same correct answer, then we'll do a draw and we'll have consolation prizes for whoever's name wasn't chosen. And same goes for the Mythic Incarnation contest. If I pull a Mythic later on, if someone's already won the big prize and I pull the Mythic that you guessed later on, we'll have a consolation prize for you at the store in Vancouver. And the third contest tonight is, let's see, what is the fantastic name that we came up with for this one? The last contest is, oh, of course, Doug's contest. So Doug, the dog from Up, we are looking to see how many squirrels will fit in this booster box. And that includes squirrel tokens, that includes any card that creates squirrels, buffs squirrels, are squirrels. So yeah, those squirrels will all... I think we pulled 24 squirrels in our set booster box, including tokens. So we'll see how many we get tonight. And you can put in the contest, or in the chat, Doug's contest, and then the number of squirrels that you think we'll pull in this box. And that person, the winner of Doug's contest, will receive one Modern Horizons 2 set booster pack, 1 Strixhaven promo pack, and 1 Rain City Games magnet. And did I say the contest for the previous one? For Go Fetch, you'll win 1 Modern Horizons 2 collector booster pack, a Strixhaven promo pack, and a Rain City Games magnet. So those winners will be able to pick up their prizes at our store in Vancouver. And in case you didn't know, we also have a store in the Quayside Market in New Westminster. You can pick up once release hits, you can pick up stuff there too, or if you pre-order online, you can select New Westminster as your place of pickup. We also do shipping across Canada, so you can shop online with us. It's the best way to do singles, it's the best way to do pre-orders, so you can hit up our website for all of those fine things. And yeah, so let's talk a little bit about this set. I'm guessing anybody but Rain City Games has not opened up one of these collector booster packs yet. So we are excited to see lots of the sketch border treatments on cards in this box. If you haven't seen those, what they've done is used art that is like the artist's sketch that is submitted to Wizards, as well as a cool sort of like sketched frame with like, yeah, sketchy color fill. And it also, if the card usually has flavor text, then the flavor text for those ones, hello, thanks for the follow with version 28, and the Timo, you'll see the flavor text comes from the artist's commission information. So when they are given the assignment of whatever card, some of the details that are given to the artist will be the flavor text of the card. It's very cool. We're going to see retro frame treatments, and what we'll see tonight that we did not get to see on Thursday in our set boosters is our foil etched cards. We're going to see the retro frame treatments for Modern Horizons 1 cards, so the time-shifted versions of some cards from the previous Modern Horizons set. And it's all going to be pretty exciting, I think. So if you missed it, it should be in the chat for you, but the contest that closes right before I open this is our Mythic Incarnation contest. So get your guesses in right now before I cut into this box, or tear into this box. So that is the Mythic that you think I will pull first, and if I pull one later, you'll get a consolation prize. If you guessed one that I pull that's not the first, after someone's already won the big prize. Go Fetch, I want you to put in the chat, Go Fetch, and then the number of fetch lands you think I'm going to pull, and then the last one is, and that one will close, 3? Let's close that 3 packs in. So after 3 packs, we will close the fetch land. Well, let's make it 4. We'll give you an extra pack to decide how many fetch lands we'll pull in here. So after 4 packs, we'll close the contest, close guessing for the Go Fetch contest. And then Doug's contest, how many squirrels will fit inside this collector booster box, we will close that one halfway through. In the case of a draw, so if 2 people guess 25 squirrels and we pull 25 squirrels, then we will draw a name, and then the runner-up will get a consolation prize. Same thing for Mythic Incarnation. Yeah, so we'll do, yeah, Mondo Fishy has it exactly right. So that's what we'll do. All right, I think that's all the important business before we open this up. If you've never opened a collector booster pack or box before, let me just make my face tiny so that you can see this box. If you've never opened one of these puppies before, or even one of these packs before, we are going to see all foils for commons and uncommons, and we'll see lots of slots for rares and mythics. We'll see specifically in this set, what they have laid out for us as collector booster contents is 1 foil etched rare or mythic, 1 foil etched common or uncommon, 1 foil etched basic land, which I've seen those ones online but not in person. They're very beautiful. We're going to see one foil alt frame rare or mythic. So that could be the sketch frame, the retro frame, could be borderless, or could be extended art. We'll see one sketch or borderless rare or mythic rare, two foil, sketch, or retro frame commons or uncommons, one extended art rare, one sketch common or uncommon, two foil uncommons, four foil commons, one foil double-sided token, hopefully squirrels. Yeah, that's what we're going to see tonight. So let's go. Everyone has their mythic incarnation guess in the chat. So let's open this baby up. All right. So that I don't forget when the next contest closes, I'm pulling out first 4 packs. So once those 4 packs have been opened, we'll close the Go Fetch contest. And then these 2 packs, once we're halfway through the box, we'll close Doug's contest. Maybe I won't put that right by the mic. All right. Here we go. All right, first pack. Wish me luck. Let's see what's in here. So, oh yeah, part of the thrill of opening a pack for the first time is finding out what order the cards are in. Okay, looks like we're in a good place. So I'm gonna go kind of slowly through the commons and uncommons for the first few packs for those of us in the chat that haven't really had a chance to see this set too much before. Excuse me while I just fix this camera a little bit. Sorry if I'm making you seasick. All right, so yeah, so for anyone who hasn't been able to watch the spoilers as closely, I'll go slowly through the first couple packs and then a little bit faster through the commons and uncommons at least as we move forward. All right, so we've got Tormod's Crypt Keeper, not a squirrel. Foil Aeromoeba. The Burdened Aerialist. So tonight, oh yeah, I already mentioned that we'll see the retro frame treatments for Modern Horizons 1 cards. We'll also, you might notice if you're paying attention to the codes on the bottom of the cards, if you're looking them up on Scryfall or whatever service you use, or when you've got them in your hands. I think 262 and up, those are new to modern reprints. So, and most of the new to modern reprints will have a watermark on the text box here. So we're guaranteed one of those in each of our packs. Asmorno Martica Daistina Kuldakar, is that what you're looking for, the No Baron? That's right, I've been practicing. Do the codes work on Rain City Games' site? That's a good question. I don't think they work on our website to search, but I can find out real fast for you. They definitely work on the side that I get to see when I'm at the store. Let's see. So we've got a code here for Dusk Shell Crawler, which is MH2 156. Let's see. Whoa, it does work! All right, so if you see a card tonight, well, listen, I'm not going to call it all these codes, okay? That's really annoying and it's not super entertaining, but now you know that you can use that feature if you're looking for a specific printing of a card and you don't want to scroll through all the cards in that set. That's a good tool for you to have. All right, so let's see. Codes definitely work. Thanks, Rain City Games. We have a Bone Shredder. All right. This guy did some damage to me over the weekend. Yavimaya Elder reprinted. So this is one of our new to modern prints. You can see it's got the watermark on the text box here, and it's the number 288. And here is our, okay, so this is a foil etched basic. It is kind of hard to see the difference between foil and foil etch on the stream. You kind of have to have them in your hand, but if you watch here, like where the light shifts around the like shadow, you can sort of see the little specks as compared with the traditional foil where we kind of get a rainbow effect. we see more of the, yeah, that's right, you can see some texture in there. So that's our foil etch. And it's our first fetch land. We've pulled a Scalding Tarn, which I think right now is the highest, you know, financial value fetch land. So that is a good sign for us. All right. So I'm going to keep our, let's see, we want to keep them on camera. So let's keep our fetch lands off to the side here so they're a little bit visible, like that. All right. We have a, oh, here's one of our sketch borders. So this is our fulfilling our sketch frame common, uncommon slot. This is a little kitchen imp. And you can see the flavor text is instructions for the artists. So the action of the image that Wizards requested was to show an imp that's a kitchen helper for Asmore, the underworld cook. Or as I like to call her for short, Asmore no Mardakaida Stina Kuldakar. Perfect. All right. We have, oh, our first mythic in our first pack, Imperial Recruiter. Did we have any guesses for Imperial Recruiter? Timo. This is a good pack. We're doing A-okay so far. Yeah, so if you guessed Imperial Recruiter, then you've won our prize. But I think you're probably right, because if it were me in the chat and I had guessed Imperial Recruiter, I'd be excited. I would show it. But yeah, so, and this is, yeah, so this is the alternate art for Imperial Recruiter. We might see the regular art for it as well tonight. But yeah, this is our alt art and also borderless Imperial Recruiter. So that's our first mythic. No one guessed it. So it's still open for someone to guess the next mythic that I pull. And here, oh no, somebody jinxed us. Who was it? Who told us about the weird printings that they saw? Because I see, so we've got a tribute mage here with a retro frame. And this one is, yeah, it's just a little bit, actually I can't even really tell if it's misprint exactly, because the text in the box is really nice, but you can see the title of the card and the creature type and card type in here looks a little bit like double vision-y, at least to me, but maybe it's because I'm not wearing my glasses. If we were in the store, Channing would make fun of me, call me a granny, because my glasses are big and look like your grandmother's glasses, probably. And we've got another kitchen imp, so this is our foil sketch kitchen imp. I'm going to put that one here, the tribute mage, for us to keep an eye on. We've got Chatterstorm. This is our first squirrel, isn't it? Must be. Yeah, because I haven't yelled squirrel yet. So Chatterstorm, this is our first squirrel. Beautiful foil common with storm. So that is bringing our squirrel count up to 1. Our first, is this a foil etch? Yep, so we are foil etch rare. This is going to be, oh, is this foil etched too? Yeah, the Chatterstorm is totally foil etched, so very beautiful. And I think, yeah, I mentioned on the stream on Thursday, I never really loved the retro frame border on like pre-modern cards, but I don't know, I'm coming to appreciate them a little bit more, and I see that there's some beauty there. I think maybe it was the older style art that was throwing me off a little bit. And now that I'm seeing some like really beautiful, more modern art with the retro border, I'm super into it. So we have Fire and Ice. Nice flexible split card here. We do have new split cards in this set, and they all have, in Magic, before we have had different phraseology, sort of, for these. But it's just simple in this set, Fire and Ice, rather than like Road to Ruin or, you know, other ones that we all remember. All right. We have Resurgent Belief, foil etch. Nope, this is a traditional foil. And another squirrel for our squirrel count. And on the other side, Thopter. So we're getting foil double-sided tokens in here. Resurgent Belief is your recursion for all your enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, thanks, Rain City Games. So did a little fact checking for me. Andrea's so great at that. So yeah, they look a little misaligned, the text on those retro frame foils, but it is how they are designed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We didn't in the last set in Strixhaven. I think we saw just in the store, or maybe it was even before that actually. That occasionally, as the packs are sealed, they crimp a little bit the edges of the cards. So we have seen some cards come through the store that have that effect on them. A lot of them from promo packs, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, there are collectors for everything. So, someone somewhere is into it. And that's fine. Yeah, tokens count. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, Timo. What was your guess for squirrels? If it was also 2, then I have bad news for you. Yeah, anything with a squirrel counts. I'm really excited about these squirrels. All right. We counted even squirrel art cards on Thursday night in our set booster box. All right, first pull of the pack is a lightning spear. So big theme or draft archetype in the set for white and red is artifacts. So we're seeing a lot of like modular artifact creatures and lots of equipment in those 2 colors especially. So yeah, maybe more colored artifacts than any other set before, but I don't know that for sure. I'm just saying it confidently. Because I want to. More than we've seen before. We have a Tizerius Charger. Dihada's Ploy. We're also seeing a lot of older abilities or abilities that we haven't seen, or keywords that we haven't seen printed in a while in the set, like Jumpstart and Suspend is making a big showing. Apparently the draft archetype for Gruul in the set is Storm, but there are not a lot of Storm cards. There are some Storm cards in the set. We pulled one already with Chatterstorm, but there are not a lot. So, I don't know, just keep that in mind if you're drafting this later. Ethereum Spinner. And our first uncommon is an Archfiend of Sorrows. We have a Clattering Augur. Oh, thanks, the Navarin. Yeah, after the stream, check that out if you want to see what the misprints are like in Modern Horizons 2. But as we mentioned, we haven't seen any of that in the store yet. We've opened a lot for the store already and haven't seen that. We've got a foil etched mountain here, very beautiful. And Zabaz, the Glimmer Wasp, is our borderless rare, first borderless rare. The Rakdos Headliner with the sketch frame. And yes, that's right, Rain City Games. If you haven't, here we go. Save that for a minute. We've just pulled a sketch frame Urza's Saga, which is an enchantment land, and I missed that little detail on Thursday that it was a land. I just thought, interesting that it's a saga, but there are all kinds of opportunities in this set now to destroy lands because a lot of them are enchantments or artifacts as well as lands. So nobody's lands are safe. And yeah, as I said, this is a sketch version. I noticed that Scryfall had a little list up the other day. If you use Scryfall for your deck building or as a sort of search engine for your Magic cards, they've got a list of all of the artifact cards with mana cost 0 or 1, so all of the artifact cards that you can search for if you want to build around Urza's Saga. And we have a Mind Collapse. Yeah, I can see, the printing, the rest of it is all fine. It's all perfect. So I think that's just the effect of this style card done with the white text and with the foil etch. So we've got our Mind Collapse. And, oh, so this will be our Modern Horizons 1. Oh, that's what Tribute Mage, that's the slot Tribute Mage was filling. I didn't even notice. So we had Modern Horizons 1, so that's the retro frame from Modern MH1 in the first pack, and Magmatic Sinkhole in pack number 2. And you can only get these ones in collector boosters, which you can still pre-order on our website if you want to do that. And we have another Modern Horizons 1 retro reprint, Etchings of the Chosen. I don't remember this one, actually. I must not... Well, I probably pulled one, but I probably just didn't play it. As Etchings of the Chosen enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1. And you can sack one of those creatures and pay 1. Target creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. Very nice. All right. Calibrated Blast. So this is 4 retro frames in a row, which is nice. Calibrated Blast. And another Scalding Tarn. And this is a foil Scalding Tarn with a retro frame. So that's pretty exciting and probably good news for someone out there who loves to play Izzet and is looking for a new set of fetch lands. If you weren't here at the beginning of this stream, we'll be putting all of these singles within the next couple days. We'll be putting all of these singles online on the store for pre-order at www.raincity.games, where you can also pre-order other sealed product or order sealed product from past sets or stuff that was released on pre-release, like pre-release kits and set booster boxes. All right. We're doing okay so far, folks. We've got a clue. Have we got a squirrel on the other side? We haven't. So, moving on to pack number 3. What's a clue? Was that was it foil etched? I think this is the traditional foil. Yeah, the way that I tell the difference easily and quickly on the stream is whether I see a rainbow or whether I see dots when I shift it in the light. And I think this is just traditional foil. It's got a different texture, too, to the touch than a foil etch does. All right. So we've got 2 fetch lands so far. We've got 2 squirrels so far. The Go Fetch contest will close after our next sealed pack. And then you'll have 2 more packs after that before we close guessing for our squirrels contest, for Doug's contest. All right. They're gonna be, only under $200. That's right. So we have a foil Silver Bluff Bridge, and even these artifact lands, they are, they're each worth like a couple bucks, at least right now. I mean, it's early days and things are still kind of like settling because, the set hasn't even been released yet. But these indestructible artifact lands are looking pretty nice. That's a squirrel. We have a Dray Keeper. Foil Dray Keeper enters with 2 squirrel tokens and can buff your squirrels with +1/+0 and Menace. So even though this is an elf druid, this is a squirrel. All right. Abundant Harvest. Beautiful. I love the art on this one. What was the one that we saw the other day? Oh, maybe we'll pull one. I'm really excited about Sarah's Emissary. I have a Mono White Angel commander deck that I'm really excited to add her to, and her sketch art is very beautiful. I'm hoping that I get to show you one tonight because it's watercolor art, so the sketch is just a very basic, simple watercolor. It's very beautiful. All right. We have a Soul of Migration. Bird, not squirrel. Milliken. Milling is, as you would expect, I think that's the black. I think that's the like Dimir archetype. Or is it discard and recursion? Someone in the chat knows probably. I don't remember. And we're not pulling any of the helpful tokens tonight, just the double-sided foil ones. But if you get draft booster packs or set booster packs, those tokens will have on one side of them, sometimes they have the draft archetypes for the set, which is kind of fun. So you don't need to Google it. You can just check your packs. All right. Foundation Breaker. A foil etched plains. Very beautiful. Self-discard. Yeah, okay. So that's right. Is there a mill? Or I might just be thinking about Grist. Ooh, Eva. Okay, so this is Eva, Progenitor Ooze. I'm very excited about this card. I really like to build a tribal, and this card, when we opened one on Thursday, made me rethink an Ooze deck. So this is the first creature with Storm, and you can see he's got, or she, they have the wording on here that it isn't legendary if it's a token. So if you cast Ava after like 2 other spells, you're going to get some Ava tokens, and they will not be legendary, so you'll be able to have them all out at once. It's 5 to cast, 2/2, and enters the battlefield with +1/+1 counter on it for each other Ooze you control. So very exciting, and I think kind of an exciting and maybe hard to manage, but super fun, interesting commander option. Let's see. I'm just taking a look at the chat. Dimir was surveil in... Yeah, Dimir was surveil in Ravnica. And we are seeing more surveil in this set again. We have a white a red surveil card, which is very strange to me. But maybe we'll see when let's talk about it. Oh, I bet there will be a gelatinous cube Ooze, Cam. I think that's a pretty safe bet. All right. Let's keep that guy up here. We have a Floodhound. All right. So this is a sketch one again, and the flavor text is, this creature is a bloodhound formed entirely of water, aka a floodhound. Investigate is back, by the way, if you want to know what floodhounds are good at. Oh, we have a Dermotaxi, which I think Mondo Fishy and Lime Raimu, or I think it was one of them in the chat on Thursday, found. It's a play on taxidermy, of course, because this is the sketch version, so it's a little more difficult to see, but you can see that it is a vehicle with like tusks and hair, and it's just horrifying. And it has imprint. When it enters the battlefield, you need to exile a creature card from a graveyard. You can tap 2 untapped creatures you control, and until end of turn, Dermotaxi becomes a copy of the exiled card, except it's a vehicle artifact in addition to its other types. All right. It's kind of neat. I'll put it there. Ooh, we have a Nested Shambler, which is a zombie, but also a squirrel. And this is a traditional foil retro border. Universal Automaton. This is our... Oh, why did I put planes in the squirrel pile? That does not belong there. Universal Automaton. This is our MH1 retro frame reprint in a traditional foil. We have a Goblin Anarchomancer, and this one is foil etched. So I'll give you another look at what that effect looks like in the light there. Changeling is squirrel. Is that a... Oh! You are absolutely right, Sandercy. So I didn't say it at the beginning of the stream, but I mean, if I were building a squirrel deck right now and came across a Universal Automaton, it has Changeling. This is a shapeshifter, so technically a squirrel. So that's going in the squirrel pile. Thank you very much for pointing that out. We have back to our Goblin Anarchomancer foil etch. The Deep Forest Hermit, which guess what, is from Modern Horizons 1. This is a foil etched retro frame treatment. Has Vanishing 3, and it's a squirrel because it creates 4 green squirrel tokens and it buffs our squirrels. So that is another point for squirrel. All right. Moderation. So we've got the sketch version of Moderation here. Oh, had it for a second. There we go. So you can't cast more than 1 spell each turn, but whenever you cast a spell, you draw a card. And the intent for the artist of this card is, this card prevents you from casting multiple spells per turn, but rewards you for your restraint. All right. Oh, spoiler. Underneath Moderation, a squirrel. All right, so that's another one for the squirrel pile. We've got one more pack No fetch lands in that one, but before we close Go Fetch, we've got one more pack to open. 2 fetch lands so far, both Scalding Tarns with different treatments. That's right. You just try to moderate squirrels, Taylor. I'd like to see it. All right, so we've got, that's our token. Sorry, just one side of it though. So we have Faithless Salvaging, discard and draw. Oh, yeah, which is the Rakdos thing, right? Madness. Madness is back for Rakdos. That's what it is. There we go. We have a Storm God's Oracle. Oh, this one is really neat. So there's a lot of cards in Magic where when they die, they deal the damage that is usually their power to another creature. But Storm God's Oracle is really neat. You can pay 1 at instant speed without tapping to give it +1/-1 until end of turn. It starts as a 1/3. And when it dies, it deals 3 damage to any target. So you can kind of just pay 3 mana and like kill someone inside. Like, because when it dies, or yeah, when you pay 3, it will lose all of its toughness and die, and then deal that 3 damage to any target. So it's like a little bomb. Very cool. We've got a Landscaper Kolos. Lots of basic land cycling in the set in all the colors. Yeah, very clever. We have a Revolutionist. Specimen Collector. Oh, when Specimen Collector enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token and a 0/3 blue crab creature token. When Specimen Collector dies, create a token that's a copy of target token you control. Oh, that's another thing. We're seeing a lot more tokens matter, and not just token creatures. So in the past, we've seen like, you know, sack a creature token or, you know, whatever, a lot of talk about creature tokens, not a lot of talk about other tokens. And there are lots of clues, food tokens, treasure tokens, as well as creature tokens in this set, and a lot of cards that will use any of those different tokens for fun. And yes, there's a squirrel back here in the shadow behind the Specimen Collector. Good eye, Rain City Games. And I mean, it creates a token. It creates a squirrel, so that's a squirrel. One more point for squirrels. Healer's Flock, another cool reference. So yeah, lots of references too in these cards to old cards. In MH1, we had Healer's Hawk, which was a 1 white mana to cast 1/1 flyer with lifelink. And this is Healer's Flock instead of Healer's Hawk. And you pay 3 white mana, you get 3/3 flying lifelink. So it's just 3 hawks, which is pretty great. Foil Etched Plains, very beautiful. And Karth the Lion. Okay, this is an interesting one. This is the first time we're seeing the loyalty ability symbol in a card, like in a rules printing for a card or in a text box for a card that isn't a Planeswalker. And also some strange wording here. I'll just read it to you. So whenever Karth the Lion enters the battlefield or a Planeswalker you control dies, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal a Planeswalker card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Planeswalker's loyalty abilities you activate cost an additional +1 to activate. I never thought of adjusting a loyalty counter as a cost before, but I guess it is, because, I mean, whatever you do to make something happen is kind of a cost, but it just seems funny to think of it that way, that I'm paying +1. But anyway, kind of neat if you're into, I don't know, Planeswalker Tribal, Karth the Lion. Certainly lots of them to choose from in those colors if you're playing Modern or Commander. Yeah, so that's a cool pull, Karth the Lion. We have a Faithless Salvaging sketch, and we pulled a regular Faithless Salvaging earlier. So the mood for this one, the flavor text has changed. The mood is a bit regretful, but still looking for loot. Is that... Oh, is there another... Did I miss another squirrel and not put it in, or did we see it? No, okay. Am I behind? Faithless looting, not a squirrel. No. I'm looking at the chat. Sorry. You can't tell if I'm looking at the card or the chat. But in the... Yeah, okay, I'm good. Whew. All right. So, Faithless. Salvaging. Ooh, Mishra's Factory. So this is an extended art card. Mishra's Factory is a... I think this is... It's hard to tell with my number system on this guy because it has the alt art number. But yeah, it's beautiful. This is one of those great lands that becomes a creature until end of turn and remains a land as well. And cool that it stays untapped when it does that. And target assembly worker creature token, or creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn if you tap them. Very cool. Yeah, no more mythics so far. We have a Timeless Witness, which is a reference to our Eternal Witness classic card. So Timeless Witness, and this is the sketch version, so another one that was one of the few that was sketched in color. Very beautiful. When it enters the battlefield, return target card from your graveyard to your hand, and it has Eternalize. Intent. We'd like to reimagine the Eternal Witness as an initiate on Amonkhet. And you'll see lots of references to that plane as well in the set. We have the one Chancellor is back. There's a little bit of a mass. So, yeah, Timeless Witness. We have a Retro Frame Air Amoeba. And a Talisman of Creativity. Foil etched retro frame from Modern Horizons 1. For whoever's gonna scoop up these Scalding Tarns, maybe you also need a Talisman of Creativity. I don't know. And a Giver of Runes as our foil etched rare, also from Modern Horizons 1, also with the retro frame treatment, of course. Pro color card from our core cleric. Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. This is great. So, another reference. Each land is a forest in addition to its other land types. And I just think the art is gorgeous on this one, too. Imagining Yavimaya as a land. So gorgeous. Yeah, more land for the green players. It does, yeah, it's beautiful, Coover81. I think it's beautiful. That a reimagined initiative on Amonkhet. Well, where did I went through it? Timeless Witness. If you look at her, it's hard to see in the sketch, but the armor that a lot of the creatures wear in Amonkhet just kind of screams that plane. But hopefully we'll open one with the finished art, and you'll be able to recognize it as Amonkhet. All right, very exciting. We have a food token with a beast on the other side. So that is the end of the Go Fetch contest. We got real lucky in the first 2 packs with 2 fetch lands, and we'll see what we open now. But if you haven't guessed, the total fetch lands will pull in the box. You can type in fetch and the number of fetch lands you think we will pull in the chat right now, and I'll give you a moment. All right, let's go. Fingers crossed for 0 more. Come on, man. I know. I want a full set. I want all of them. Don't encourage him. All right. Marble Gargoyle. One of those white artifact creatures I was telling you about. We have Crack Open. Not a nut. No, we're not cracking open a nut. This is not a squirrel. We're cracking open a treasure box. Or token. Fodder Tosser. Battle Plan, more basic land cycling for us. Healer's Flock, foil print. And an Arcbound Shikari. So this is a multicolored artifact creature for that red-white archetype. With first strike, when it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each other artifact creature you control, and it's modular too. I was looking at building in those colors over the weekend. In our pre-release kits, these look very, very cool. All the new modular artifact creatures. And you can get pre-release kits of your own on our website, raincity.games, or you can just go into the store in Vancouver where we have them. Or if you order them online and you live closer to New West, this goes for all online orders. You can always request to pick up your order in New Westminster if that's more convenient for you. We've got a foil etched island. Inevitable Betrayal. Very cool one. So this is another one of our suspend cards, and we've got the extended art treatment on this guy. Coover81 is asking if we received earlier guesses for Contest 3. So Contest 3, if by that, I guess you're talking about Doug's contest for that one. I think if you've put your guesses in the chat, you're good to go. Oh yeah, Rain City Games confirmed that we received yours, Coover81, so it should be good on that. But yeah, there is still time to enter if you know the answer to the question, how many squirrels fit in a collector booster box. Oh, here's the sketch print for Abundant Harvest. The mood is surrounded by the abundance of nature. And I think they nailed it. Lots of lupins in there. Any flower heads in the chat today? Oh, Dress Down, the sketch version. We don't get any flavor text on this one. But I think this is like, you can really see that this is the preliminary stage in this one. The sketch is, it feels very sketchy. All right, so Andrea's just calling out in the chat the people that we have confirmed guesses for Contest 3, Doug's contest, how many squirrels fit in a collector booster box. So if your name is not there and you want to enter that contest, get your guesses in. I do kind of want to know how you found that out. And I'd love to see pictures. All right. So Blossoming Calm, gain hexproof till your next turn, gain 2 life, and rebound. Lots of rebound in the set too. And the mood of this is a spell that protects her from her enemies. Ooh, this is a foil retro frame treatment of Ornithopter of Paradise. So this is one of the commons, or at least on Thursday when I checked it out, or Friday when I checked it out, the value of this card online, because we pulled a retro frame Ornithopter of Paradise and the foil retro frame Ornithopter of Paradise. I think it was going for around $27.50 for the foil retro frame, and then for the just regular common printing non-foil is like 30 cents, like a regular common price. But we're loving this reference to Birds of Paradise as an artifact creature. Very neat. I'm going to put it up here because I think it's a good one to look back at. We have a Talisman of Resilience. Also foil. Actually, this one is foil etched. Is this one foil etched? No. Okay, so traditional foil artifact. You can see the rainbow sort of effect in the light, and then see the texture change in the Talisman of Resilience, which is foil etched. And from Modern Horizons 1. Asmorno Mardokai Dystina Kuldakar! The name's so long you can't have a CMC, or as it is called now, a mana value. So Asmor is the boss of the Kitchen Imps. kind of a neat card. As long as you've discarded a spell this turn, so playing into the Rakdos archetype of the set, you may pay 1 black or 1 red mana to cast this spell. And when as Morana Numartika Destina Kuldakar enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a card named the Underworld Cookbook, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle, and you can sack 2 foods to have target creature deal 6 damage to itself. Which is great and kind of gets around some things, right? Like, it gets around protection, unless it's protected from its own color or something. I don't know, I think it's neat that it deals damage to itself. Like, you ate it, your fault. CMC, no, I mean, we're all always going to say CMC if we've been playing Magic forever, but they have changed the wording on cards to be shorter and sweeter. So instead of the converted mana cost, now they say, I think they say mana value. We'll see it on a card. Or someone in the chat who knows verbatim what the thing is will show it up. All right. Got the first sliver. So this is our second mythic of the box, but it is a Modern Horizons 1 mythic with the retro frame treatment and the traditional foil. I'm going to guess that nobody... Yeah, and I think, Timo, also part of it is that it doesn't take up quite so much space in the text box, and so that they can be a little bit more specific about other things without writing out the full phrase converted mana cost. But anyway, yeah, I figured no guesses for this one as it's a Modern Horizons 1 card. Still cool to see. It's our second mythic of the box, and hopefully more to come. As more to come. Ha 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 ha. All right. Last pack before we close. Guesses for Doug's contest. So last chance to see some more squirrels and make an educated guess about how many squirrels fit in this particular collector booster pack, not the one at home that you somehow lured 2 real squirrels into. All right. This guy doesn't want to open up. Maybe there's something precious inside. Yeah, if there's a squirrel, it counts. All right. We've got a Scophos Reaver, foil Slagwoods Bridge. Yeah, we're already at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squirrels. I'm checking every token, and people in the chat on Thursday got real noisy when I missed one, so I don't think I'll be missing any, and I'm hyper vigilant tonight. Ornithopter of Paradise, not a squirrel. Smell Fear. Oh, I love this. 2 to cast sorcery, has Proliferate, and it's a fight card. Terramorph, which, again, I think it was Timo that shouted out to green players. Yeah, just what green needs more of. Search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle, and it has Rebound, which is just great. Squirrel Claws, yeah. Tireless Provisioner, really great. Landfall, when a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a food token or a treasure token. Yeah, for your guesses, go with your, one guess is all you get, so make it count. We've got a foil etched swamp, which is neat. You can see like a city, the silhouette of a city skyline in the background of this swamp. Another extended, oh nope, this is borderless, Yavimaya Cradle of Growth. Lovely. That's our second one. Lazotep Chancellor, that's the one I was trying to remember. And this would be a great example of Amonkhet style, except it is also a sketch treatment. Sorry, Mondo Fishy. Foil etched I think I did get a mountain. I think the second pack actually had a mountain cougar. 2 16s is fine. If 16 is the answer at the end, then we'll draw names. And the person whose name is not drawn will get a consolation prize. So yeah, don't worry. You can double up. Mood, we will conquer you. For this guy. Nice. Archon of Cruelty. I think this is the first sketch treatment for a mythic that I have held in my own 2 hands. So here's Archon of Cruelty, sketch version. Someone who's an expert in the chat, I am not. I would guess that this is a digital painting sketch, that they've done this online, and that's why or on their computer, that's why it's like it's still got a sort of rough draft feel, but lots of color and sort of washing through it. It's a 6/6 flyer that's 8 to cast. Someone chose this one? Cougar 81, congratulations. Archon of Cruelty is the 3rd mythic we've pulled, but the first one that somebody guessed. So Cougar 81 is going to win our Rain City Games branded playmat, one of their own Modern Horizons 2 collector booster pack, a Strixhaven foil promo pack, a Strixhaven regular promo pack, and the buy a box promo for the box that we're opening right now, which is this guy, the Sanctum Prelate, or this fine lady, Sanctum Prelate. Cool. So congratulations. The Archon of Cruelty, when it enters the battlefield or attacks, target opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, discards a card, and loses 3 life. You draw a card and gain 3 life. So that's just nice. That's a nice card right there. All right. Well done, Cougar 81. And if you entered the Mythic Incarnation contest and we pull the Mythic that you guessed, anytime now in the stream, we will have a consolation prize for you, so don't run away. We have a Monoskelion with the retro frame treatment. Stormseeker 67. Oh no, which one is the... We don't like the art for Archon of Cruelty? I don't know. That's an opinion. I like it. But yeah, Monoskelion enters with a +1/+1 counter. This is a traditional foil treatment on retro frame uncommon. We have a Jade Avenger. Oh, I love this little frog. Bushido is back a little bit. Jade Avenger, for the action that the artist was given, it's show a frog samurai who is a master swordsman. Skilled and agile, he stands about 4 feet tall and wields a daisho. See reference. So they were given a photo or a picture of a daisho. Or maybe they were given an actual daisho. That would be crazy. It's a 2 to cast 2/2. Just nice. All right. Step Through. This is a foil etch treatment in the retro frame. Step Through is a new sorcery in the set. Oh, we're losing focus. I mean, it's not exactly when you're all dying to see, I'm sure, but still nice to be able to if you want to. So yeah, Unicorns Rule 22 for the sketch frame treatments on these cards. So this is new in Modern Horizons 2. So for the sketch frame, they're showing like the artist's sketch that was submitted before the finished product to Wizards, and then they've also changed the flavor text. So usually on the official art, we would see the flavor text for Jade Avenger is something referencing, I don't know, where he's from or his story or whatever. But in the case of the sketch prints, they've changed the flavor text to be a segment of the instructions or the commission given to the artist when they were asked to start the art for the card. So sometimes they tell them the action, or they've used the action, which is what we want happening in the picture. Sometimes it's the intent, which we've seen some intents that mention what the card actually does over the course of a game. And then mood is like what they want evoked in the art, what mood they want evoked for the player. Yeah, so in this one they've chosen action to include on the card. Oh, that would be a fun new format, maybe. I can't think of any Magic players off the top of my head who would be on board with that, but maybe we could make that a thing where you get to roll. You are a Planeswalker, after all, when you're playing Magic, so it could be fun to roleplay that. We have Dam, which is going to be a new Orzhov staple, I think. 2 black mana to cast, and you can overload it for 2 colorless and 2 white mana. Destroy target creature. A creature destroyed this way cannot be regenerated. And this is a foil etch retro frame treatment of Dam, so very nice. Sanctifier on Vec. So I totally pronounced this in French on Thursday because I was so excited to see French words, but turns out, nope, this is Sanctifier and Vec, which is like a place, right? There's on Vec and then the other place. So I don't really want to dwell on it too much because I got called out. But this is, yeah, great. Human Cleric, protection from black and red, and when it enters the battlefield, you exile all cards that are black or red from all graveyards. If a black or red permanent, spell, or card not on the battlefield would be put into a graveyard, exile it instead. So I think that one fit nicely in with a lot of mono white, but specifically angels. We see lots of pro black and red or pro demons, etc. Squirrel and goblin. That's a squirrel for the pile. All right, let's put that one there to look at later. And I will give you a moment if you haven't got your guesses in for our squirrel count for Doug's contest. We officially have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squirrels so far. So get those guesses in, and we'll find out who wins that contest, Doug's contest, and go fetch at the end of these last half of the packs. Do we have anyone in the I'm curious. So I don't play Modern. I play Standard exclusively on Arena. I mostly play Commander for Paper Magic and Limited. But do we have anyone in the chat who's a big Modern player and who's been looking forward to this set for 2 years? Let me know. All right. So, Glimmerbairn. This is maybe my favorite art in the set. I think it's so kind of creepy but also cute, which is exactly what I like. Glimmerbairn, yeah, you're right, not a squirrel. Galvanic Relay, also not a squirrel, but one of the few commons with Storm. Galvanic Relay, and then also Chatterstorm. Those might be the only, there's only like 2 or 3 with Storm, even though that's supposed to be the archetype in Gruul, but anyway. Foundry Helix. Pretty popular common so far from what I'm seeing online. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sack a permanent, and it will deal 4 damage to any target. If the sacrificed permanent was an artifact, red-white, then you gain 4 life. It's a fun one. Here's one of Asmora Nomartica Diestina Kuldakar's Kitchen Imps. Very cute. If we can focus on the art. There we go. Oh, is that so, Stormseeker? Yeah, no one jumped in as a... Oh yeah, Lime Ramu. Yeah, same boat for me. Nobody jumped in to say that they're a big Modern player. I know we have some around the store, but maybe couldn't make the stream tonight. Kaleidoscorch. Fun portmanteau there. And really cool art with the foil effect. This is one that looks really good in traditional foil. That color burst in the background. And appropriately, as it's a Converge card called Kaleidoscorch. Here's Captain Ripley Vance. This is a card that I think, I want to say Marcy is looking forward to seeing. Yeah, all the everyone at the store has given me some cards that they're excited to see. So Andrea was looking forward to, I think mostly me saying Asmora Namartakida Stina Kaldakar on the stream, but maybe also seeing the card. We did get one. And Captain Ripley Vance is one of the ones that Marcy was excited about seeing. And it's we've seen lots in Magic's history, a lot of triggers on your second spell on a turn. Captain Ripley Vance is watching for that third spell, which I guess goes along pretty well with the Gruul theme of Storm. We have a foil etched mountain. A Sanctum Weaver whose face I just don't like. But that's my problem, not yours. If you want to take a look at that art. It's just, I don't know. Something a bit spooky about it to me. Add X mana of any one color where X is the number of enchantments you control. Lots of enchantment love in Selesnya in this set, and I mean in general, but especially in this set. We've got our sketch Jade Avenger again. Where is the mouth? Yeah, that's what I'm saying here, the Nabaran. I can't with it. Fury! Here's another mythic, and this is the alt art borderless version of Fury, I believe. It has, it's the 5 to cast, 3/3 elemental incarnation for red. It has double strike, and when it enters the battlefield, it deals 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers. And the reason why we love these elemental incarnations is it has evoke, and the cost is just to exile a red card from your hand. So that is really something, and that's the case for the whole cycle of cards. Each of the elemental incarnations, you can evoke them by exiling the appropriate color card from your hand, which is great. All right. Fury. No guesses for Fury, so no consolation prizes there. We have another Floodhound, aka a Bloodhound formed of water, the foil effect. We have a foil retro frame Bone Shards. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sack a creature or discard a card, destroy target creature or planeswalker. 1 black mana to cast. Very nice. Removal. And Generous Gift, you'll remember from MH1. Destroy target permanent, its controller creates a 3/3 green elephant creature token. Not a squirrel, unfortunately. Generous Gift, this is a foil etched treatment. And we've got a foil etched retro frame Gaia's Will. This is lovely. It has Suspend 4. Sorcery. Until end of turn, you may play lands and cast spells from your graveyard. If a card would be put into your graveyard from anywhere this turn, exile that card instead. The art on this one's pretty neat as well. Territorial Kavu, which, is this the one that we found out it was referencing another Kavu? I might be confused. Anyway, here's a Territorial Kavu. It's traditional foil. Got domain. Territorial Kavu's power and toughness are each equal to the number of basic land types among lands you control. Whenever it attacks, choose one. Either discard a card. If you do, draw a card or exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. You're totally right. I'm thinking of Flametongue Yearling and Flametongue Kavu, that's right. Yeah. So there's a few cards that are really encouraging you to run 5-color decks in the set. We came across a couple of them on Thursday night, and this is definitely one of them. And we've got a treasure and an insect, not a squirrel. So this insect, Grist is bringing us insects. Grist is an insect until he's on the battlefield, or they are on the battlefield. Which maybe I'll get to show you if we pull one. Let's see. Jewel-Eyed Cobra. The Chrome Courier. Tragic Fall, which is nice. Removal, target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. Hellbent, that creature gets -13/-13 until end of turn instead if you have no cards in hand. So if you're doing a good job of using all your madness, then that's extra good. We have a Mount Velis Manticore, which we can see in the art and in the frame and in the flavor text references to Theros. Scurry Oak! It's a tree folk, but it is a squirrel. Because whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on Scurry Oak, you may create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. So that's another point, or another point for Team Squirrel. We have a Scourge Familiar, a Phyrexian Imp, not as cute as a Kitchen Imp, not cute at all, if you ask me. The Scourges screech along with the bone saw. It makes a terrible racket, but they seem to enjoy it, is the horrifying flavor text on this one. How many? Oh yeah, each... Andrea's got squirrel. She's on the squirrel business in the chat. We've got a Foil Etched Swamp. Oh, welcome, Hazelove. We have a Rishadan Dockhand. This is the extended art. Has Island Walk, and you can pay 1 and tap to tap target land. Here's the Kavu I was thinking of. This is a Flametongue Yearling, which the art is like directly a reference to the Flametongue Kavu. And if you look up the art for a Flametongue Kavu now or later, you'll really see this one. I mean, they're very similar. They're definitely both Kavus, but this one just gives big toddler vibes next to the Flametongue Kavu. Did I not say that, Sandir? I think that's, yeah, anyway. You folks know what I'm saying, so hopefully that's fine. Oh, yay! We did pull one! So this is Sarah's Emissary. I was talking about this card earlier in the stream. So this is a sketch version that we see the beautiful watercolor version of Sketch in the Sketch treatment. It is beautiful. So I'm going to move it away so it's still hopefully in focus, but you can see the whole card at once. It's a 7 to cast, 7/7 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, choose a card type. You and creatures you control have protection from the chosen card type. So I love this. I already told you folks, I run a mono white Angel Tribal commander deck led by Lyra Dawnbringer from Dominaria. And this is the latest. This is going to be this is the latest card added to the list that I need to upgrade it with. So I'm very excited about it. It's expensive, but I think she's worth it. And if you play Angels, you know you have to be willing to spend the mana to get those beauties out there. And I am. Even though it's very hard to get that fixing in white. Did we have a guess for Sarah's Emissary? Oh, Sandirza, yes, good job. Okay, so we'll have a consolation prize for you at the store. So we'll get your name. Andrea will get your information. And we will have a consolation prize for you at Rain City Games. All right, so well done. Congratulations. And that, by the way, is our 5th mythic. We have a Fairy Seer here from MH1 with the retro frame treatment. Can you see it? There we go. Oh, perfect. So we'll have your prize for you. I'll even be in the store on Friday, so I'll make sure that is ready to go for you on Friday when you pick up your collector box. All right. We have a Rakdos Headliner sketch version, and the mood. So remember I said we sometimes get action, sometimes intent, sometimes mood. The mood inspiration for this art is unrestrained violence in a festival atmosphere. So you can really feels like this devil's coming right at you, and you can sort of see the beginnings of the stadium behind it. cool. And that's a foil. We've got a foil etched bone shards with a retro frame. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so we have a foil etched retro frame Marsh Flats. This is our third fetch land for our Go Fetch contest, so sorry to whoever guessed 2. This is 3. So yeah, very beautiful. Love the art on here. Those kind of ghost lights in the distance. And I love the foil treatment on a retro frame card. Always gets the little star from Magic. It was on all the foils back in the day. So it's still happening for the retro frame cards being printed now. Ooh, okay, so we've seen Turok referenced on cards before, but this is, I believe, the first time we've seen Turok as a creature in Magic. So we have this is a borderless Turok Dread Cantor, which is a mythic. So if anybody guessed Turok, you will also have a consolation prize for you. No guesses for Turok. All right. Well, who was to see him coming? He's brand new. So he's 2 to cast and has a kicker of 2 black mana. He has protection from white. Whenever an opponent discards a card, he gets a +1/+1 counter. And when it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, target opponent discards 2 cards at random. So very nice, new legendary. And is this is a traditional foil, borderless. And our 6th mythic. And we have a squirrel! Great news. See what's happening in the chat. Yeah, the art is great. Arcbound Mouser. It doesn't purr, it hums. One of the, if not the first, one of not very many artifact cats in Magic. Oh, and as I say that, here comes another artifact cat with Riot and Modular 4, 5 to cast. But another Bone Shards. I think Bone Shards might be like the most common in this box so far. Maybe it's just sticking in my mind because we're seeing more treatments of it. Stormseeker, the squirrel token is a depiction symbolically of me about to open a collector booster box. Yeah, I get that energy for sure. And if you are feeling like that squirrel and you haven't yet pre-ordered a collector booster box, you can do that on our website, just so you know, and then pick it up on Friday, on release day. We have a Glimmerbairn, again, very cute. Underworld Hermit, which, by the way, is a squirrel. It's a human peasant. Then when it enters the battlefield, you create a number of 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens equal to your devotion to black. Some souls yearn to escape death. Others are content to feed the wildlife. Lovely. That's a squirrel. We have a Gorilla Shaman. Foil Etched Island. A extended art Territorial Kavu. How many squirrels now? I'll check after I finish this pack, so we'll give you a little update before we do our last 3, because we're about, after this, we'll be 3/4 of the way through the box. Okay, this is one of my favorite sketch flavor texts given to us. This is the sketch frame for Gargadon. So it has Trample, it's a 7/5, 7 to cast, suspend 4 for 2 mana, and the intent behind this card is Magic has made a greater Gargadon and a lesser Gargadon, see reference. We want you to design the average Gargadon. So here's that average Gargadon. Yeah, so just your average Gargadon, nothing to write home about, so we'll just move on. Ooh, Sylvan Anthem. Now we had a big discussion about whether this was a squirrel on Thursday night, we came to the conclusion that it is not. We see lots of creatures in these leaves, but not specifically a squirrel. So didn't make it onto the squirrel list, but it is still a beautiful card, and this is a sketch treatment. The action is, this is an abstract illustration that celebrates green creatures. So they had some fun with this, making leaves shaped like creatures. Green creatures you control get +1/+1, and whenever a green creature enters the battlefield under your control, scry one. Just fabulous. Ooh, Liquimetal Torque. Very exciting way to get around. To me, this is green. This is a very green card because in green we've got all that artifact destruction, and Liquimetal Torque will turn non-land permanent into an artifact for you. So now all that artifact removal that you're sure to draft or get in your pre-release kits in a sealed event, you can actually use those as removal for creatures if you have a Liquimetal Torque, or planeswalkers. So that's neat and a pretty valuable uncommon in the set so far. Here's our Flametongue Yearling again, this time in foil, traditional foil with the sketch frame treatment. So the Mishra's Factory that we opened earlier was, in fact, the alternate art. I was right. So it was alt art and borderless. And so here's what the foil etched, foil etched regular art is for Mishra's Factory. Ooh, okay, this is an exciting pull. Ignoble Hierarch, which is a reference to Noble Hierarch. So Ignoble Hierarch, so 1 green mana to cast, 0/1 with Exalted. You can tap for black, red, or green mana, and this is definitely one of the pricier cards in the set, and this is a foil etched retro frame treatment of it. So pretty cool little pull. What doesn't green have? Is that a question for me about when I was talking about there's lots of fight in green for creature removal, but green has a lot of artifact and enchantment removal. So I was just commenting that the Liquimetal Torque is really nice for green, especially in limited when you're looking for that removal immediately for your deck. If you have one of those, then your artifact removal becomes creature removal or planeswalker removal. $56 card at the moment, this guy, the Ignoble Hierarch. So very cool. We have a Force of Negation, which, did someone mention it in the chat or in just another Magic conversation I had over the weekend? They said, I need you to pull a Force of Negation on the stream. So here it is. Your traditional foil treatment, retro frame, Force of Negation from Modern Horizons 1. Very nice pull. But not a squirrel. We've got a clue and a beast. All right. I promised that I would count for you how many squirrels we have once I finished that pack. So our update for fetch lands is 3, and update for squirrels is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. We've got 3 more packs to open to make it up to, I don't know, whatever you guessed for squirrels. Yeah, you're right. I'll just put this Force of Negation into the recycling with all these pack wrappers since it's not a squirrel. All right. Who plays blue anyway? Not me. Unholy Heat. Floodhound, there she is in all her colored in glory. So I don't think we've seen the non-sketch version of Floodhound, so there she is. And the real flavor text is, the thief doubled back twice, doused herself with perfume, crossed the ocean, and still woke up with her pursuer close on her heels. Terminal Agony. Really nice removal. Bottle Golems! So this is a reference back to the Bottle Gnomes. I don't remember what set they were in, but it was pre-modern. And yes, these are very cute. Reinforcements and refreshments. We've got another Milliken. This is what Blossoming Calm looks like in the finished art. We saw the sketch version, but I love seeing the light on those little illusory protection, on the illusory protection spell around her in the finished art. Very nice. Foil etched planes. Ooh, Bloodbraid Marauder. Very cool art on this one. I'll get it up nice and close so you can see it. Can't block. And this spell has Cascade as long as there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. That's what the Izzet archetype is Delirium. So we want lots of different card types in your graveyard. If you're drafting Izzet, that's what you're looking for. Oh, this is one of my favorite flavorful cards in the set. I think it's really magic. It's really magical how Magic can tell story through the rules on a card or through the ability on a card. And Late to Dinner to me is a perfect example of that in Magic. We'll get it to focus for you. So this is the sketch version, which is beautiful. And this is a 4 to cast white sorcery. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Create a food token. It's called Late to Dinner. And the mood that the artist was supposed to evoke in this is a friendship that can outlast death. So that's just, I mean, the ruling on this card just makes it, so cool. It just really spells out the story of the card. I just love it. And the actual flavor text, in case we don't open one, the actual flavor text is something like, under the circumstances, old friend, I didn't expect you to keep our engagement, or something like that. And you can see, oh, actually I have the art card right here from our set booster opening. So I'll just pull that out for you. You can see a Rox sitting with his cup and his ghostly Loxodon friend who has shown up despite being dead. They just finished eating a squirrel, oh my god. Yeah, so anyway, I'm just in love with this card. Very cool. Okay. Ooh, here's a mythic. If nobody guessed Chatterfang, I'll be surprised. But yeah, that's true. They'll never forget. So here's Chatterfang. This is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th mythic in the box. And did Timo guess Chatterfang? If you did, Timo, I will have, congratulations. I'll have a consolation prize for you at the store. We'll get your contact information. I'll let you know when you can pick it up. This is your favorite art. This is the alternate art, borderless version of Chatterfang, Squirrel General. Green-black, 2 colorless, 1 green mana to cast, has Forest Walk. If 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus that many 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens are created instead. Which is great because, as a friend of mine pointed out over the weekend, there are limited numbers of squirrel cards in Magic. More now with Modern Horizons 2, but this turns any token generation into squirrel generation, so that's very exciting, and I'm sure I'll be seeing lots of commander decks built around this little guy once things open up again. Oh, that's exciting. Good one. Okay, so it's going in the squirrel pile, not the mythic pile, just so we're clear on that. Another Faithless Salvaging, foil. A Violent Tumor. I'm a fan of this. It's kind of an interesting new tutor that puts a card in your graveyard. So when it enters the battlefield, search your library for a card, put it into your graveyard, then shuffle. That's the foil retro frame treatment. Oh, yeah, keep that second harvest. Very good. First thing you pre-ordered before the price went nuts. Love it. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat. Sea Drake. This is Rebecca Gay. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that she had any art in the set. This is an exciting pull for me. I've got a little Rebecca Gay collection happening. I don't get to keep these. I'm not excited because I get to keep this. These cards are not for me. If anything, they're for you. So you can, as I said before, watch our website for the singles that we pulled tonight, the ones that we pulled last week on the stream, and the ones that we crack in store leading up to the release this Friday. If you see something that you love that I've pulled tonight, you'll be able to pre-order it. Give us a day or two to get it up on the website. But once it's there, you can pre-order it. So if you also have a Rebecca Gay collection, you'll be able to see this beautiful foil-etched Sea Drake on our website soon. Oh, it's just beautiful. Let's see what she do. 3 to cast, 4/3 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, return 2 target lands you control to their owner's hand. Okay. Well, nice. I mean, it's cheap to cast for a 4/3 flyer. 3 mana is a great cost. And I mean, if you're playing blue-green, you got some landfall triggers out there. That's also really nice. Highly territorial, they often attack boats whose colors too closely resemble those of other drakes. Wow, that is so beautiful. Okay, cool. Good pull. Oh, there was a card underneath it when I pulled it away. Void Mirror. Whenever a player casts a spell, if no colored mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. Very nice little 2 to cast artifact. Foil etch retro frame. Oh, I missed something about a chef. Oh, we already have some of the Sea Drakes on the website. There you go. All right. Yeah. So anyway, Void Mirror. Very cool. I'll pop that over here. We have a rare sketch treatment, Harmonic Prodigy. So this is 2 to cast, 1/3 human wizard. Oh. Which, have we seen any wizard cycling in this box yet? There's all kinds of cycling happening in MH2, including wizard cycling. So you could use that, theoretically, to pull this, or to get this out of your library. Prowess, and if an ability of a shaman or another wizard you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. And Focus. So this is, I'm assuming, like the main thing we want coming across in the art here. The focus is on a musician wizard. We sub, oh right, Step Through has wizard cycling. Yeah, thank you. And we've got a treasure and a bird, not a squirrel. All right. What's next? We're still only at 3 fetch lands. Did anybody guess 3? Is anyone out there crossing their fingers that I don't pull any more fetch lands? I think I said sketch lands, but you know what I meant. You've been over this already. Oh, is that right? We need 2 more. 2 guesses for 3 fetches. All right, well, let's see. Bird and Aerialist. Ooh, I love this. Disciple of the Sun, referencing the Sun Titan in its ability and its flavor text. So it's 5 to cast, 3/3 lifelinker. When it enters the battlefield, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. Heart of a Titan, faith as bright as the dawn. So pretty clearly a reference there to Sun Titan. I was wondering whether I haven't checked, so I'll just share with you that I was also wondering whether there were disciples, whether they're going to do a full cycle of these for the Titans, but we'll see. Got a foil Thornglint Bridge. Got all kinds of noise happening coming from my computer. Sorry, folks. Orchard Strider. Got a Scuttle Tide. Which the art on this is really beautiful. Another Mishra's Factory. Foil Etched Island. This is we've seen the other island. This is the first time we've seen this island art. Unmarked Grave. 2 to cast sorcery, search your library for a non-legendary card. Put that card into your graveyard, then shuffle. So this is the second kind of graveyard-bound tutor in the set. Prophetic Titan. Prophetic Titan has Delirium, so going along with the Izzet draft archetypes. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. If there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, choose both instead. Prophetic Titan deals 4 damage to any target. Or look at the top 4 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So very nice and very red and very blue. Priest of Fell Rites, the sketch edition, which is pretty beautiful. The stags and then also the antlers on this human warlock. We have a Phantasmal Dreadmaw sketch edition, which is referencing Colossal Dreadmaw from Ixalan. When it enters the battle, when it becomes the target of a spell or ability, you sacrifice it. It's a 6/6 trample for 4 mana. And the action in this image for the artist's inspiration was using the original art of Colossal Dreadmaw as inspiration, design an illusionary version of the dinosaur. And if you get to see this one, the final art, it really does evoke that Colossal Dreadmaw. Another Goblin and Archimancer with the foil retro frame treatment. A foil-etched marble gargoyle with the retro frame treatment. Ooh, Titania or Titania. Jury's out in my mind about whether that's Titania or Titania. Protector of Argoth. When Titania, Protector of Argoth, enters the battlefield, return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Whenever a land you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, create a 5/3 green elemental creature token. So that answers our question about the pre-release kits. We were talking, a friend of mine and I were talking about the tokens in the pre-release kits. For the pre-release kits, you get in the little parcel with your pre-release promo, you get 5 double-sided tokens. And it seemed like you get 1 of each commonly used token in the set. So there's 10 that you can find on more than one card, and then the unique ones you can only get in packs. So like the emblems, if there even are emblems for these planeswalkers. I haven't seen enough of them in this box to know. So this one will have a specific token that I guess you'll be able to pull from packs, but you won't get in your pre-release kit necessarily. This one is a mythic. So did anybody guess Titania? No guesses for Titania or Titania. All right. But that's another mythic for us. And an Asmora Nomartica Dystina Kuldakar. Are you still impressed? I can still say it. I'm impressed. Beautiful. This is the extended art version of Asmore. And so this is our second Asmore in the box. We've got the retro frame, if you want to compare. Here's the foil etched retro frame Asmore. And here's the foil extended art Asmore. And a squirrel. I'm not going to recount now because we're at the last pack. And I want it to be a big reveal after this one, how many squirrels fit into this collector booster box. But yeah, so cross your fingers unless you guessed 3, I guess. Oh, Marble Gargoyle is a callback to Granite Gargoyle. Thank you, Stormseeker. I wasn't playing Magic when I was 11, so, but I don't think I even have seen that card probably. Squirrels. All right, let's see how many we pull here. Still at 3 fetch lands. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus our mythic squirrel. So we've had 8 mythics in the pack. Only 3 fetch lands this time. So let's start. Cabal Initiate. Mental Journey. Yeah, 2 fetches in this pack. I hope you're right. Chatterstorm, that's a squirrel. Very cute. Which is why I know most of you love Magic, is for the cute art. Mistvault Bridge. We've got a Flame Rift. Tide Shaper. I think Ixalan was when the Tide Shaper joined the club. Foil Etched Swamp. I don't know. I think I would love that too if I made my friends cry in Magic, but I think probably more often I'm the one crying at the table. A Foil Etched Swamp. We have a Dauthi Voidwalker. This is the extended art frame. And this is, yeah, a good one. 2 black mana to cast, 3/2 with Shadow. If a card would be put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, instead exile it with a void counter on it, and you can tap and sack Dauthi to choose an exiled card an opponent owns with a void counter on it, and you may play it this turn without paying its mana cost. So pretty nice and pretty affordable abilities overall on card. In mana-wise, anyway. I'm not sure what that one's worth right now. Another sketch version of our Phantasmal Dreadmaw. Sketch Rise and Shine. So we've got target non-creature artifact you control becomes a 0/0 artifact creature. Put 4 +1/+1 counters on each artifact that became a creature this way, and you can overload it for 6 mana. And the mood that the artist was given to evoke is, "You can't keep us locked away anymore. To battle!" And we got books, we got flasks, we got bellows and springs, all coming alive to join the fight. Oh, rare, so I can put that over here. We've got a squirrel! This is a Nested Shambler, which, as we've discussed, is a zombie and counts as a squirrel because we get to create squirrel tokens when the Nested Shambler dies. Home is where the heart was. For the squirrels. I guess they live in his ribcage. Very cute. We've got a foil Abundant Harvest sketch version, sketch frame. Another foil, this is the foil etched Vile Entomber with the retro frame treatment. A Necrogoyf, very, very cool. So this is a foil etched rare with the retro frame treatment. So Necrogoyf is a new Lurgoyf. Its power is equal to the number of creature cards in all graveyards. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player discards a card. And it's got Madness, 1 colorless and 2 black mana for its Madness cost. Very neat. Persist. So there are 2 cards in this set that are named after common abilities in the color. So Persist, the common black keyword, is now a card that has an ability that is, similar to Persist. Return target non-legendary creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a -1/-1 counter on it. And then they also created a blue one called Suspend, which will give a card Suspend if it doesn't have it already. All right. And I think that's the last rare in the pack. We've got a food token, and let's find out what's on the back of it. It's a crab. Okay. So, but we still got 2 squirrels in that pack. And I will do a quick search through my pile here and make sure I didn't miss any squirrels, but I'm sure I would have got some. Necrogoyf's a squirrel? I don't think so, but I'll take another closer look at it. Let's see. Oh, it is a Lurgoyf, and it does not create squirrels, and it does not resemble a squirrel, unfortunately. So I'm going to do a quick scan through my cards here and make sure I didn't miss any squirrels. It shouldn't take me too long, but if you really want to do something else, you could go to our website and pre-order a collector booster box of your own, or even just 1 collector booster packs. pack. Those are also up for pre-order and will be available for pickup on Friday. So if you want those, check out our website, www.raincity.games. And again, you can choose where you pick up your order, either at our New Westminster location or at our International Village location in Vancouver. And or you can have them shipped to you if you're outside of the Lower Mainland. We have flat rate shipping across Canada, and if you order $200 worth of merchandise before tax, then you will get free shipping. So that's a pretty good setup, especially because Modern Horizons is a bit pricier than most standard sets are, but there's a lot of value, as we've noticed. And as I'm sure you've noticed watching spoilers, there's a lot of financial value and also just play value in this set. All right, I'm not seeing any missed squirrels here. Force of Negation was the top card of the box at $375 retail, and our rough estimate of the value, the retail value of the singles in this box is around $2,000, which is wild. Yeah, we pulled some good stuff. So if there was something that you were watching for, something that you're really hoping to build with, and you want to make sure you get it, you don't want to risk not getting it in your box, then watch for it. We might already have a version up on the website from singles that or packs that we've opened for the store already, or just watch over the next couple days, and we'll have the singles up from this stream for pre-order. That's not a squirrel. Yeah, we'll have those up for pre-order soon. And you'll be able to pick them up on Friday when the set is officially released. Just rare there. Okay. Bird, artifact, source. Oop, no. Crack open. I don't know why I always think crack open has something to do with squirrels. It's because of nutcrackers. But it's not. It's not a squirrel. It's a treasure chest. Food beast. Clue zombie. Oh, there's our Urza's Saga. That should be out here. Zabaz, that should be out here. Resurgent Belief should be out here. So should Fire and Ice. That's the only split card we pulled out of this box, but that wasn't a contest, so. Just an interesting note for you. All right. So, confirmed. All the squirrels are here. Unless they are in the rare pile. Nope. All right. So, 1. That's a swamp. Why'd I put that? Oh, that's what you folks were talking about in the chat, that I put a swamp in the squirrel pile. It's not, though. It's not a squirrel. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with our shapeshifter, 13, 14, 15, 16 squirrels in the box. And so we're using Price is Right rules for squirrels and fetch lands. The closest guess without going over will win the prize. And if it's a tie, we'll draw. Stormseeker 67 won Doug's contest. Well done. So Andrea will get your information and we will have your prize ready for pickup at the store soon. We'll let you know when it's good to go. For Doug's contest, you just won a Modern Horizons 2 set booster pack, a Strixhaven promo pack, and a Rain City Games magnet. And the reason we're doing Strixhaven promo packs is because they only do the promo packs for our standard sets. So we've saved some from Strixhaven to use for prizes tonight because there are no Modern Horizons 2 promo packs. So Congratulations, Stormseeker 67, on winning Doug's contest. for our Go Fetch contest, we got 3 fetch lands. Since there's only 3, I'll give you another look at them. We've got a foil etched retro frame Marsh Flats. And let's manually focus. There we go. Very beautiful, that's 1. We have a traditional foil retro frame treatment of Scalding Tarn. Is it fetch land? And the extended art Scalding Tarn as well, non-foil. And Cam was the winner for Go Fetch, and I think there was 2 people chose 3, so I think someone should be getting a consolation prize. But if you won a consolation prize tonight, or if you won the main prize in any of our 3 contests, we'll get your information and we'll have those prizes for you up at the store. So, just the one guess for 3. Oh, right, it was the squirrels that we had a tie for, but the tie was broken by more squirrels. So thank you so much for joining us for this box opening. It's always exciting when a new set comes out, but Modern Horizons 2 is so especially exciting. There's so much new stuff for Modern and Commander, and all these singles will be up online soon, so check them out if you were inspired to build an Ooze tribal deck or something else by this box opening. And we will see you when the next set is released, which is Adventures in the Forgotten Realms later on this summer. So we'll see you for early fall. I don't know. Listen, all my brain power is going towards MH2 right now, but we will be doing more streams with more contests and prizing for Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Thank you so much for joining me tonight and chatting with us. And I hope to see you in the store soon. Yeah, I think we're going to see more Squirrel Tribal for sure. Congrats to the winners, and thank you for being here. We'll see you soon. Bye.